David Cameron first came to this camp in Jordan 3 years ago. Since then, it has tripled in size to something like 80,000 people. Those here have watched their hope of returning home to Syria just a few miles away fade year after year. But still, the Prime Minister had a message for them. Stay here, don't risk the dangerous journey to Europe.
The right thing to do is to spend money helping people in the region. These people I've spoken to, they all want to go home. They want to go home to Syria. And so what we're doing, spending money, helping them to stay in Jordan, in Lebanon, in refugee camps like this, that is the right answer.
Britain has spent almost £1 billion to help people in camps like this, and the Prime Minister's also agreed to take 20,000 refugees over 5 years. He's been heavily criticised for not taking more, but he had come to this camp to make a different point. David Cameron's been under huge pressure to take more people who've made it into Europe, but he says more than 95% of those who fled Syria are in places like this, on the border, and here is where he says they need the help. It is a hard case to make, though. In this informal settlement in Lebanon, the Lebanese don't like to call them refugee camps, he met one woman who was struggling to feed her 10 children as her aid money was being cut. The UN agencies in the region say the money is drying up.
The aid is not enough, that we have to increase the aid because people need to live decently. For them, Britain or Germany is the dream of having better livelihoods. This is for sure.
But in answer to that, the Prime Minister has his own view.
There are 11 million people that have been made homeless through the Syria crisis. So far, only 3% have decided to make that journey to Europe. If we don't invest in these refugee camps, many more people will come, and that will put huge pressure on Europe, and also people will be making that potentially lethal journey across the Mediterranean and lives will be lost.
The only simple truth in all this is they are the victims. From here, Europe is just a dream. They are living with the reality of exile with no end in sight. Andy Bell, 5 News, at the Zaatari camp in Jordan.